From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
Is Hazleton getting too noisy, and should people be penalized for all the racket? Two sides to that story. The quality of life in Hazleton, our top story on News 13 for this Thursday. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Hazleton City Council voted last night to revise its quality of life ordinance. It replaces high fines and penalties that were instituted by the original one. And as Matthew Petrillo tells us, it could make the city government more efficient as well.
The original quality of life ordinance was revised not too long ago, leaving some council members puzzled over the new changes.
I'm not sure why they want to change it. I thought the reason that we had it in place the way it was to benefit the taxpayers.
Specifically, council was hesitant to fix a system that isn't really broken. The new bill requires people who are fined to go to a magistrate court to appeal instead of the board, which could cost them more.
We need to have our questions answered in here, so I hope somebody shows up tonight, whether it's Frank DeAndrea or who, to answer our questions.
Police Chief Frank DeAndrea was present to answer questions to council, arguing in support of the revised bill. He eventually won them over because council voted in favor of it.
There was no true penalty should people choose to not pay or just to disregard the quality of life ticket. If they wanted to, they could appeal, but the problem was if they just chose to ignore it, nothing happened.
Now, Police Chief Frank DeAndrea was recently put in charge of the city code enforcement. He says that he hopes the new practical measures will start a new trend of accountability from the public.
It's all of these quality of life issues that make for a better quality of life. And that's the reason why I, as the police chief, say we need to be involved. There needs to be teeth. I need one time to issue a citation because somebody didn't pay their quality of life ticket. And once I issue the citation, I only need one time to pick somebody up on a warrant because they didn't respond to the magistrate.
Mayor Joe Yannuzzi says he welcomes the revised ordinance because it's a citywide effort to help clean up Hazleton.
The quality of life ordinance has been very effective. All our code officers and police officers can write out, firemen can write out a violation. It's really working well. We don't have to go through a long, drawn-out process. It's just, you find it, you ticket it, and it's just like a parking ticket.
Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Hazleton.
Well, downtown Hazleton will have a new robotic parking garage in the near future. Last night, City Council approved an agreement to obtain the Greco property in downtown in exchange for $225,000 payment from the city. Mayor Yannuzzi has been trying to get this property for quite some time to build a robotic parking garage right on Broad Street. Along with the garage being built, the mayor also has plans to build an area with benches and tables where people can sit and enjoy the downtown.
We've changed to plans to incorporate some green space where we can have tables where people downtown can sit and enjoy something they've purchased. And this project is hopefully can get on the books now that we've acquired the property.
The mayor says this has been one of his plans since he took office, and it's finally exciting to see the parking lot coming together. Well, it was open house time at one of the hottest new properties in Greater Hazleton last night. The Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences gave parents, students, and taxpayers a first-hand progress report. News 13's Alex Sellin tells us how the magnet school is shaping up.
Potential students and their parents filed into the 55,000 square foot building to get a better look at what could one day be their alma mater. The newly renovated and rebuilt office building in the Can-Do Corporate Center will soon be the new school location for Hazleton area high school students looking to make their experience a bit more high-tech. So far, Assistant Principal Marie Ernst is happy with what they've shown.
We have calmed a lot of fears that people have. It went well. Really well.
While STEM schools are still a relatively new term in the area, the acronym standing for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math is a step toward the future for high schools, where students aspiring to pursue technology and mathematics-based degrees can excel.
We get freedom, more freedom than any other school, because while we'll still be following the schedule at the high school, we will still be getting like free gym periods. We'll be getting iPad tablets to work instead of books and everything. and we'll also be getting like a state-of-the-art gym center that we can go down and use whenever we want.
Every student will have a tablet, and they'll be able to move around the building with that and have all their information at their fingertips. So access to any textbook information that they might need, some online learning, and resources galore.
While math, science, and technology are the focus of this new school, there's a lot more that went into its design.
Well, it's going to be a project-based curriculum. So you're not going to be bound by four walls. We have collapsible walls, we have cross-curricular, you'll have teaming, you'll have coaching, and so forth.
And as for some of the mold being removed from the prior office building's interior and exterior, those leading the project ensured its cleanup is already 70% finished. And while it may seem like a while before this high-tech high school's construction phase is done, believe it or not, it's already 50% finished. With piles of bricks and scaffolding lining the building, there's a long way to go before ribbon cutting. And being one of the only freestanding STEM schools in Pennsylvania, the Hazleton Area Academy of Science will surely have its bar to set. Alex Sellen, News 13 in Hazleton.
Well, he did a party rap video that he said only pretended to promote alcohol and drug use. Now he's been busted for drugs in Ocean City, Maryland. Police there filed charges against 18-year-old Devon Barlow of Hazleton, who goes by the performing name Showatime, along with 18-year-old Eric Garzio of West Hazleton. Now, Barlow's video caused an internet stir a few months ago because it featured several area high school students appearing to drink and use illegal drugs. Barlow said the entire video was staged. Well, over the weekend, police charged Barlow with felony drug possession and misdemeanor marijuana possession. He could face fines and up to 5 years in prison. Garzio was charged with several misdemeanor drug possession counts as well. Both were released from police custody over the weekend. Both Barlow and Garzio were arrested just one day after graduating from Hazleton Area High School. Well, it has a happy ending, but it wasn't very funny at the time. A puppy napper was caught red-handed, and the suspect is from our area. Christina Papa explains how police worked together to get the dog safely home.
Their mission is to prevent animal cruelty, so when a puppy was stolen from their facility, Luzerne County's SPCA called for help.
I received notification from the Luzerne County SPCA in Plains Township that a dog, actually a puppy, had been stolen on the 13th of June.
A Hazleton woman was caught on tape hiding a small dachshund mix in her purse during a visit to the SPCA in Wilkes-Barre last week. She wasn't at her home when we stopped by to talk with her today.
Would I be able to speak with you or your family today just about what happened? Well, they're not available here now.
But Hazleton police spoke with the suspected dog napper on Tuesday at her home on East Broad Street. At first, she told police the dog was sold to her by two men on Wyoming Street, but after seeing photo evidence, her story changed.
Initially expressed had no idea. I showed her the surveillance photos, the still photos, and then she admitted, yes, in fact, I did steal the dog.
Neighbors on East Broad Street who don't want their identities revealed were suspicious of the new dog they saw hanging by the house.
She was in the backyard playing with the dog. She didn't want to take it out. Like, she was scared to take it outside. I was thinking that she took her from someone because she didn't want to take it outside.
The dog was taken to the Hazleton Animal Shelter shortly after police seized him from the home.
Didn't display any immediate signs of distress or poor health or abuse. But I think the act of simply removing the animal from the facility where it was cared for is an act of abuse in and of itself.
Their mission is to safely receive strays and find their owners or reach out to find the animal's new forever home. So stealing an animal makes the shelter employees suspicious.
That's the thing. If somebody is not willing to allow an SPCA or shelter to do the proper background checks, then I would assume they're likely hiding something. What would be the reason to simply take an animal without permission of the shelter?
The dachshund mix was later taken back to the Luzerne County SPCA. This case continues in Plains Township, where the suspect will be charged.
And I'm sure that she's going to be hearing from Plains Township in the form of a summons to appear before Magistrate Malice in Plains Township for the theft of a dog.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
And still ahead on News 13, if you like today, you're going to love tomorrow and Saturday. Plenty of sunshine headed our way in News 13 weather. But first, want to save a little on your budget? Try dumping the pump. I'll tell you how you can do it just ahead on News 13. You could say that Americans are addicted to oil, but using public transportation significantly cuts our foreign oil bill by more than 4 billion gallons of gas a year. The Schuylkill County Transportation System took part in National Dump the Pump Day today, and as Matthew Petrillo tells us, people definitely got their money's worth riding buses around town.
Thursday is National Dump the Pump Day, a national campaign that highlights the benefits of ditching clunky cars and stepping onto buses and trains. And here in Pottsville, where the Schuylkill Transportation System is offering free rides all day, bus driver John Kane says he's excited to meet the new passengers.
Get quite a few people, and this year it's Ride for Free Day, so I'm sure we'll have a good crowd.
Rides today are free, but Kane says there's a lot of other benefits too.
Save on gas, the price of fuel is way up there at this time of the year, and it's convenient. Get to go where they want to go, you know.
That's why this adorable couple ditched their cars years ago.
You don't have an automobile, you don't have to pay for insurance and car gas and all, with everything going up. This is very handy, and people should start using it and don't complain. And if the buses are late, well, you're just going to have to wait.
Betty hasn't driven a car for 5 years and says she wished she got rid of it sooner.
This is our way of getting out, enjoying other people, and seeing different things.
Now, at a time when gas prices are still rising and the economy is still rebounding, what better way to save money than just take a hop on the bus?
Well, it saves you on gas. You know, you don't have to drive. You don't have all the the incidents on the highway, the road rage and everything. You can just sit back and relax, read the paper, and enjoy it.
And Joan Breslin says it doesn't just save people money, it also saves the environment.
It does affect the environment because that carbon footprint is getting smaller. So if more people do ride the bus, it affects the environment, and it also helps out people who need jobs because they have a way to get to their jobs.
And with better access to jobs, it might just help improve the economy too. So Breslin says, hop aboard. You might just save a buck and maybe make a new friend too. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Pottsville.
And time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Our creative condition, easy as a walk in the park. It's by Jonathan Arroyo, a student at West Hazelton Elementary Middle School. And he says he loves to go to the park with his family. And there's even Mr. Sun, who's wearing a pair of shades. Now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazelton for tonight. Partly cloudy with a low down to 55 degrees. And a beautiful Friday, sunny with a high near 75. Then it'll be mostly clear at night with a low dropping to 56. And heading to Schuylkill County for tonight, mostly clear, low down to 52 degrees. And Friday, even better there, mostly sunny with a high near 80 degrees, clear at night with a low around 57. Well, it may be summer break, but the Hazelton Area School District still working hard to keep kids learning while they're having fun. Christina Papa visited the 9th grade building today to speak with teachers getting ready for Kids University.
They've finished school and it's time to head off to university. Kids University, that is. It's a fun, interactive summer camp taught by Hazelton School District teachers that keeps the little ones reading while still having fun.
Gets kids involved in reading activities. We want them to enjoy learning and not lag behind this summer and get excited for school next year.
The desks have been pushed aside and teachers have begun to transform 4 classrooms in the 9th grade center into mysterious, far-off places.
And this year's theme is the Wild, Wild West, the ocean, the rainforest, and space.
The kids will be riding horses with the cowboys, swimming with the fish, and exploring far-off lands and space as they follow along, reading books written by the nonfiction child author Gail Gibbons.
With kids just getting out of school, it's going to be tough for teachers to bring the kids back into classrooms. That's why they're revamping them. The kids won't even be able to notice it's a classroom, making themes like coral reefs come to life.
So as you can see by our room, we have it all decorated for under the sea. We have fun projects for the kids to be doing, fun interactive. That's mostly the gist of Kids University.
With the help of imagination, the little ones will play around in the jungle,
jumping over logs, high knees through quicksand, ducking under branches,
and try new adventurous snacks that wouldn't usually be served in the cafeteria.
Some are edible food activities that some of the classrooms are doing, so it's different than what we do on a normal basis.
Children in kindergarten through 3rd grade are welcome to attend. The fun starts next Monday, the 24th, so there's still plenty of time for parents to register their kids.
This year we have about 30 kids signed up, so it would be great if we have some more. Kids could register next week at 9 o'clock. The cost is $40, and it's 24 reduced lunches. It includes all the activities, snack, and a t-shirt.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. The Daily, 506. Big 4, 1076. Quinto, 53498. And the Treasure Hunt, 1, 5, 12, 17, 24. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town. There will be a motorcycle run for charity sponsored by Hazleton Unico, Saturday, June 22nd at Jethro Motorcycles. Registration is from 9 to 11 and the ride is at noon. There will be activities for all ages all day at Jethro Motorcycles from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, you can call 788-1660. And finally, the Valley Regional Girls Softball Warrior Travel Organization is seeking an experienced coach for the 10U team in the 2014 season. References and background checks are required, so call 570-401-4344 for more information. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Michael M. Bacho of McAdoo. The funeral is Monday at 10:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Philip F. Young of Drifton. The funeral will be Saturday at 10:30 a.m. from the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. William Mooney. The funeral will be Friday at 11 a.m. from the Whitehaven Center Chapel. Friends may call Friday from 10:30 to 11 at the chapel. And Marion Williams, formerly of Hazleton. Services were held Monday in Orleans, Massachusetts. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Muse. Once again, the Hazleton area's #1 rated restaurant. Call 501-3410 for information on luncheon packages.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, the rain stopped at coastal Virginia, and that meant some baseball. Double dip, as a matter of fact. The Norfolk Tide trying to get back on the winning ways. The bad news, that didn't happen. They lose both ends of a double dip last night. The good news, Russell Kanzler had himself a pretty good game, particularly that second game. Let's take a look. In the first game, nobody from Norfolk had a good game. Not only was Kanzler 0-4, almost the entire team was. They were limited to just 2 hits as Indianapolis drubbed them 8-1. But in the nightcap, despite Indianapolis sweeping the doubleheader, Kanzler got back on the groove. 2 for 5. He had a home run, knocked in a pair of runs. But as we said, Norfolk now suddenly reeling. And that's just the way it's been. They've been hot and cold as a team all year. Right now, they are on the cold side of things. Not so for the Rail Riders. In a slugfest, they take care of business against Rochester, 10-1 for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre gang. And the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, they weren't to be outdone. They wanted a 10-run it as well, and they did that against Toledo. 10-6, the final there. There's your lineup of games today. It's the exact same matchups as they complete series on this Thursday. Major Leagues, well, Tampa finally gets a win. They had actually lost 8 out of their last 10 games, but they got off the schneid last night as they beat the Red Sox, and now they move in for a 4-game weekend set in the Bronx against the Yankees. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, the New York Mets and Atlanta. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. This is it. Winner take all tonight, the final game of the season. The game's in Miami, and it should be every bit worth watching. Speaking of watching, let's take a look. This has been a great Stanley Cup Finals series. It just keeps going back and forth. And for the 3rd time in 5 games, it took an overtime to decide what was going to take place. The Blackhawks and Bruins are so evenly matched up in this, and that's the way it's going to be right throughout this series. Last night, the Chicago club ended up winning in overtime. Final was 6-5. The Blackhawks win this one, but this series far from over. It's going to go down to the wire. I think this one's headed for the 7 games as well. Tonight's sports is brought to you by Mountain Speedway. Here's a look at this weekend's action. They got the Mike Moyer Jr. Factory Stock Memorial, modified street stocks, 4 cylinders. They got lady races for factory stocks and street stocks. The pits, well, 2 o'clock going to open up, and the racing will begin at 6. Grandstand admission only $10. Kids 10 and under are free, and if you're an active military or a student, even senior discount, $2 off the price of admission. There's the website and the phone numbers. You could call them and get all the information on the excitement of racing down at Mountain Speedway. And it's Thursday. That means that we're giving away 2 grandstand admission tickets to this weekend's race. Call us right now, 459-9813, and if you're the third caller, you can claim your tickets at the race with proper ID. Hey, that's a pretty interesting ticket.
And plenty more news and information headed your way on News 13. Improving the quality of life in Greater Hazleton. Can you do it by controlling noise? That story and much more news when the 13 crew comes right back.